Well, everybody, not gonna lie, this kind of sucks. So, hey, everybody, gals and guys, what's going on? So, the other day on the official Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Twitch, Dan Clancy, and by the way here, everybody, I have to give Dan some major props. And I've said this before on the record numerous times. I truly do believe that Dan Clancy is the best thing to ever happen to Twitch in a long time. A CEO that not only is so transparent with what's going on behind the scenes, but he himself also streams on the platform to know what it's like, what the platform needs, what viewers are saying. Like, it's really refreshing to see that, and I do appreciate that. And a big thing with his transparency, he also tells us what's going wrong. And during that live stream, he sort of kind of said the quiet part out loud that everybody knew, but I think we just didn't want to admit was a thing. That Twitch, up until this point, he said, is not profitable. So that means in the last 10 years of its entire existence, Twitch has never been profitable. And in a way, I totally can understand why. I mean, it's a live streaming platform. The amount of monthly expenditures that something like that would have on their books, I couldn't even begin to imagine. And apparently, the number one expense that they have is actually creator revenue share. So, from subs, creator deals that they might have with these big, large profile creators, which, by the way, from what I've been told, those are by the wayside now. They are no longer doing exclusive contract deals of any kind, like signing bonuses and stuff like that, I think for obvious reasons. But apparently their number one expenditure are creator money. So like subs, bits, all that stuff, again, the big deals. And then followed by that, it's employees. So as we all know, last year they laid off around, 300 employees. And now this year here, they laid off another 500. So they laid off in the last couple of years nearly 1,000 employees. And I hate to say it, but whenever a company like the size of Twitch is losing money, the number one thing a lot of these companies do is they have to cut the fat. And I hate putting it that way, but from a business standpoint, I do understand. And, and you can also take Twitter or X like an example with that too, There were thousands of people working for Twitter at one point. Elon Musk bought the company out and he fired 80% of the people that used to work there. And this is just some anecdotal stuff from my experiences on the platform. I've noticed we've been getting updates a lot faster. I've noticed the website itself is loading quicker. The app on my iPhone is running a lot better. So you don't necessarily need a huge team to run something efficiently as long as you have the right people for the job to do it the best they possibly can. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping that maybe this is what Twitch and Amazon are doing. It's one of those things, right, where it's well, why do we need 15 people to do a mediocre job when we could have 5 people that do an amazing job at what they do? You know what I mean? But of course, you also want to make sure that those people financially are compensated accordingly as well too, obviously. So again, I understand them laying people off. It sucks, and my heart goes out to the people that were laid off and their families. I hope they got quite a bit of severance pay. I hope their insurance is going to still be in effect for a while, or at least until they can get a new job. And, if anybody out there is hiring, folks, please reach out to those Twitch employees or anybody that recently that's got laid off in the industry. I'm sure they would appreciate it. And, somebody in the Twitch chat asked them, hey, well, what about, Twitch Prime? Apparently, Twitch Prime will be around to stay, but this is just me speculating. I personally do believe that they are going to be making a ton of changes to Twitch Prime. I do not believe it's going to stay a free subscription. If anything, I think it might be a code or a way for a viewer to get maybe half off a tier 1, which in my opinion is still pretty good. $250 for a tier 1 sub, that is still, in my opinion, a good deal, as long as that entire $250 is going to the streamer and not 50% of that, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So hopefully that can be a thing, maybe, because personally I would be okay with that as well. But yeah, the whole, free sub for Twitch Prime, that's a big deal to a lot of creators. And let's be honest, that's probably how a lot of smaller creators end up making a lot of revenue money with their Twitch streams, is that free Prime sub that their viewers, thankfully choose them to give it to. So we might see some Twitch Prime revenue come down because of that, for the creator, but hopefully they can, make that up some other way. And again, I understand, because whenever you're giving them a free Prime sub, Twitch is still giving them that subscription, but from Twitch's own, revenue, if that makes sense, So again, I understand that. He also went on to talk about Twitchcon, and he said that Twitchcon is not profitable and they have yet to break even on the event. But I can totally understand that, because 9 times out of 10, whenever you have a big convention like that, it's not to necessarily make money. It's to bring everybody together in one place, one giant space, to network, to get to know one another, and also announce new things that might be coming to the platform. So unfortunately, with something like that, you might have to eat the cost every single time, unless you have like huge sponsors that are just throwing money at you for a spot at your convention. I think that will always be a loss, unfortunately. And, I had to pull it up here on X just to make sure I got this tweet right. But a few years or so ago, there was a really popular extension on Twitch called Amazon Blacksmith. And essentially what that was is that whenever you were a Twitch affiliate, it also automatically made you an Amazon affiliate, from what I can remember. I was actually a part of the program as well, and luckily I still am for, Amazon affiliate links and whatnot. But the Amazon Blacksmith extension on Twitch was very cool, because it allowed you to put a panel in your About Me section, like below the video player. And it was an official Amazon widget that you could link Amazon affiliate links to the gear that you were using in your setup. People can click on them. It would take them directly to Amazon via that affiliate link and take you right to that page. Add to cart, buy now, boom, you got your favorite streamer's gear, right? Well, a content creator by the name of Big E, and I'm sure you've all have heard of this guy. He's pretty big on YouTube. Also, one of Kick's biggest advocates, one of their biggest streamers. Good guy, love his content, right? He put this tweet out on the 10th, so a couple days ago here in January, and he said that, "I was told by a former Amazon/Twitch employee that Twitch could have made enough money off of Amazon Blacksmith to avoid the current forced ads on Twitch. Amazon Blacksmith was an extension on Twitch that allowed creators to sell Amazon products and make a percentage of the sales of products on Amazon, almost an Amazon Associate direct plugin for Twitch." That's the word I was looking for, Amazon Associate. Yeah, that's it. It goes on to say here that they informed me that the Amazon Blacksmith was removed because of its negative effect on Amazon ads, also mentioning that it is more beneficial for Amazon to use Twitch for their views to push the ads, remove the creator from the sale, and get more impressions to compete with Google and Facebook ads. Yep, that happened. If this is true, it means that Amazon cut the opportunity for creators to earn a little extra and avoid the ads we've seen today on Twitch. Also, they could farm ad for Twitch impressions to compete with other sites like Google and Facebook. This would also make sense as to why there are so many unskippable ads on Twitch. And, just adding his own thoughts here at the end, he says, "A lot of people wonder how Amazon could keep ties with what appears to be an unprofitable business, but it seems like Amazon knows exactly what they are doing." And I fully agree with that. If Amazon really did want to axe Twitch, they would. Like, they would just cut their loss, sell it, or close it down, whatever, and that would be the end of it. But Dan, luckily, did say on that official twitch.tv/Twitch live stream that Amazon has absolutely 100% zero plans to ever get rid of Twitch. So that is a good thing.
Gonna just ask, is Twitch currently at risk of getting the axe by Amazon? And the answer is emphatically no.
And again, I will never pretend to understand or even begin to imagine how much money a company like Twitch has to put out a month for their own overhead, not necessarily just employees and for, streamer payouts and whatnot, but I mean, just their technical backend, their network bandwidth, their transcode stuff, like probably hundreds of $1,000s a month on just that. And then whenever you add employees on top of that, along with, caster payouts, you're probably talking in the millions upon millions dollars a month. And again, that's just speculation. I do not have an actual answer or even just, a base number, like a ballpark estimate there. But I mean, there's a reason why they're losing money, you know. And one of the Kick founders, the Kick Steak founder, he, replied to, I believe it was Gamer Update. He said that, eventually Kick wants to actually buy out Twitch. And I'm actually against that. Not because I don't like Kick, not because I don't want to see that happen. It's just one of those things where it's like, if one stream platform buys up the other ones, it'll be a monopoly. And personally, I don't want that. I would rather have, competition to drive innovation, to make it better for creators wherever they happen to stream at. Like, I mean, look at Kick, for example, until Kick came around, it appeared as though those exclusive Twitch contracts were going to stay. And if you were an affiliate on Twitch, then you weren't allowed to multicast. Same thing for especially an exclusive partnership contract. Like, if you signed a partner agreement with Twitch and they gave you a lot of money to be exclusive, you weren't allowed to stream anywhere else. You know what I mean? But now that Kick is out there and they have non-exclusive contracts to where you can multi-stream wherever you want to, as we all know, Twitch announced that a few months back. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, exclusivity is going away and you can stream wherever you want. Matter of fact, you can multicast wherever you want to now as well. Initially, it was just for mobile platforms like TikTok and Instagram, but now you can multi-stream to Twitch, Kick, YouTube, Facebook Gaming, freaking MySpace if they were still around if you want to. And Twitch is like, yeah, that's cool, have fun with that. And this really sucks, guys. It really does suck, because this isn't a video that I really wanted to make. Like, I'm only really making this video so I can just kind of talk about it out loud to get my own thoughts out there, because why else would anybody make content here on YouTube, right? Like, we all have thoughts we want to just put out, and maybe some people out there might agree, might disagree, but just to have that conversation, And that's, again, one of the things I have to give, Dan a lot of props for, is that he is not afraid to have those conversations, and I think I can speak for a lot of people there whenever I say thank you for that. That's good. That's the kind of transparency that we want to see from a CEO. Not like the last CEO Twitch had that didn't even know he ran the company, apparently. That's a joke, but let's be honest here. Okay. So yeah, I really don't know, fam. I really don't know. Like, again, with the layoffs, I understand why they did it, but my heart still goes out to the people affected by the layoffs, and just not just at Twitch, but across the industry. I believe that Discord also had another round of layoffs too, apparently, which is, again, never fun for those involved. And I hope everybody out there finds work again soon, immediately, because it's never fun to have that kind of anxiety in the back of your head, like, oh, my next paycheck. I've been there, of course, like I'm sure we all have at one point, and it's never fun to go through that. The changes that might be coming to Twitch Prime, I understand that as well too. They have to, recoup costs somehow. So maybe instead of being a free Twitch sub, it might be half off a tier 1, or maybe even just less than that. But as I said in my last video that you guys seem to like a lot, which, by the way, folks, thank you for that. I do really appreciate that. Maybe with this whole client-side transcode thing in the next 2 to 5 years, if Twitch is still around by then, I hope so, maybe enough people will be using the whole client-side transcode option that Twitch is introducing now that they can completely get rid of their transcode cost, and that can also bring their money back into where it needs to be. I mean, at this point, folks, who knows? I can't see the future, but one can only hope. So yeah, again, just me rambling today. I don't want this to be a 20-minute video. I'm sorry, guys and gals, but thanks for sitting here and listening. If you want to add to the conversation, whatever you want, do me a favor, sign off down below in the comments. And as always, I will catch you guys and gals next time.